Hi and welcome to Daily Vlogs with Rich Pasini. Today is May 7th, 2019. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you like the content and come back for more. Today I want to talk a little briefly about eBay, share a couple of windows I have opened up. I also want to talk about an incident I had with my recent thing I had sold to a buyer. It was sold back in April 19th, and the buyer got back to me yesterday. If it's one thing I have to honestly say, folks, that if you are a seller on eBay, my word of advice, don't sell. This is me. Unless you own the game and you bought it outright and you know every single piece of that item, whether it be a board game or a puzzle, is there, you might not want to go to a thrift store and pick that stuff up. Now, I've seen people, now I could be wrong, but when I go to my local thrift store, I see people picking up board games and puzzles. And they're pre-owned and they're opened. Now, if I had to take a guesstimation, I would bet that in one of those games, there's going to be pieces missing, or especially with a puzzle, if it's 1,000 piece or 1,500 piece, I would picture something's going to be open. I mean, lost. There may be a piece lost. My rule of thumb is, if you want to avoid yourself headaches, to some degree, but I'm going to share this with you. In my case, it didn't work, but I'm going to share this with you. In all the times, well, from the time I've been selling on eBay, my rule of thumb is not to buy open puzzles, pre-owned puzzles, or pre-owned board games in thrift stores. Unless I personally own them and I know all the pieces are there, I will not put that item up for sale. My story I want to share with you guys is I had sold a puzzle in a box. I think it was a 1,000-piece puzzle, and the box was sealed. The box was sealed. The puzzle box was sealed up with plastic wrap, and it was creased or crunched, if you want to call it, crushed, all right, on the corner. Now, for those who buy from me, know, or steady seller buyers would know that I always pack everything up, really good. It's well packaged. I mean, very rarely will I get something. I can't remember. I think one time I had an incident like that was with the ceramic lamp, and I had that thing. And the funny thing is, I did a video on it, how I packed it up really good with the styrofoam and stuff like that. You would literally have to drop this off a truck. I mean, not 20 feet in the air, but I'm just saying it would have to fall off a truck, because this thing was a beautiful outdoor ceramic lamp. And the person who bought it for me was so elated they couldn't wait to get it, because they liked the way it was. It was a real nice ceramic lamp. I still have it. I'm trying to, I haven't put it up recently, but it was padded with styrofoam all around it, doubled, bubble wrapped and everything. And when I sent it out to person, the woman, she had taken pictures of it, and it was horrible. She showed me pictures of the thing. She took it out and said, "This is how I received it today." Now, I know when I package things, they're packed up well. And I did a video on even packing that same item that was getting shipped out. It had styrofoam all around, like I said. And when she got it, there were pieces broken on it. No glass was broken. A good chunk of the ceramic part broke. The ceramic base broke. So with that, I said, you know what, maybe I could just sell it without that there, with the ceramic piece, and maybe someone can craft something up if they want it. But I didn't get a chance to put it up, so I still have it in the storage facility. And I do my due diligence when it comes to shipping stuff. Another time, I did a video on how I had to send out, those old sailing boats with the things that I think it was the Santa Maria, one of those there, one of those boats. I got it from the thrift store. It's about yay big. And it had the sails up there, and it was something I couldn't take apart. I couldn't take the sails because they were glued in. So what I did was, I don't know where that video is. It's going to probably be in the midst of these 900 videos. I think today will be the 900 video. It's probably mixed in there somewhere. And what I did was, because you couldn't put padding around it, because if you did, you would break it. It was so sensitive. You had the sails there, and you had the pieces of wood, like I don't know if they're balls or whatever. It would have been too fragile to put stuff like that, So I came up with, it had to be, I had to protect it in a box. In other words, it was, I had to include it within another box. You know what I'm saying? It was encased in a box, but the base I had to use another box to make a base, and I showed you how I did it in the video. It was a freestanding, is what I'm saying. It was a freestanding item. But what I did was I took the base of the sailboat, I cut it out, then I put it I inserted it. If I get that video, I'll put it up and repost it. And I had to close it in there, close the flaps down on the cardboard, and I taped it around so the boat would move. And I had to put it in an oversized box, okay? And it was taped in there because I had to tape the box in a way where if it got turned upside down, it wouldn't fall. If it got jostled to either left or right, it wouldn't come out. It was going to California, and that had to be the most scary part of shipping an item like that, fragile item, because it was fragile. It was fragile. I mean, the sails, they got the little ropes on there, and you got that wood. There's no way you could have laid in it and there's no way you could turn it because whoever owned it glued all the pieces there. So that's how I do it. I had to put it in a freestanding box. There was nothing around it, nothing there, but I had to put it in a way where if the box did tip over, it wouldn't fall or it would be jostled around. So I sent it off to California. I told the person, when you receive the item, please message me back and let me know how it came, how you received it. And the person sent me back a message, said, boat arrived nice, it's no problem. Everything's good, you did a great job in packaging. Thank you so much for your careful packaging. So I know how I package stuff, okay? That lamp that I sent, that ceramic lamp, that had so much styrofoam around it, believe me, you would have had to drop it off a truck. I mean, off the base of it, not off the top part of it. And that should never got broken. But I put a claim in for it. I refunded the lady fully, of course. It wasn't a fault. Thank God I had insurance on it. And that's the other thing too. If you are an eBay seller and you do sell stuff and you use priority mail, you're up to $50. You're covered up to $50. Anything over that, you got to pay additional. So just keep that in mind. It's tracked and insured with as priority mail. So the item was I think the item was under $50 anyway. So I just made the threshold there, but I got compensated for it. But here's the thing I want to tell you guys: do not think for one moment that you are going to get the full amount. The Postal Service, when I filled out that claim form, that insurance claim form, first they want you to do it online. That's number one. Number two, they do not pay you for the postage. They pay you for the item, what the item is sold for. So let's say, I'm using this as an example. Let's say the item was $25 and it cost $25 to ship it. You're going to get the $25. You're not going to get the full $50. Plain and simple. I said, that's not fair. I go, that's what insurance. She goes, no, that's the way it works. She goes, we insure the item, not that you don't get the postage back. Believe me, I would have wanted it back, and I would have let you guys know. So you don't get that back. From what this is what the postal employee told me over there when I called up the service, the representative. And you do it online, and you got to show proof. They want pictures of there, how they received it, how the item was shipped. Before I had before and after, of course, but they want to see the pictures that the buyer sent me. How that thing was all broken up. The base of it was anyway, and some of the brass. So I had to send that, and I sent them a copy of the invoice of what they paid and what they shipped it for, and all I got paid was the money for what they paid for it. No shipping. So keep that in mind. The other thing I want to say really quick, in regards to my situation, I sent that puzzle out to the buyer, made person. They ordered it. Now check this out. I offer 1 day shipping. Okay, the buyer I sent it out April 19th. Right, the buyer gets it. He goes something to the effect like, "Well, it took 7 days to get here." Hey, listen, I ship out in 1 day. How it goes through the postal channels, that's not my fault. Don't hold me accountable for that. He seemed like he was a little testy there. Then now, and mind you, when I sold that puzzle, I took a picture of it, all shrink wrapped. It was all wrapped up. Mind you, the bottom of the box had a crease in it, or it was crushed, the corner of it. But the packaging was not ripped open. It was a brand new puzzle, 1,000-piece puzzle, and it was, it was plastic wrapped. It wasn't. You could see it wasn't tampered with. He gets it. sends me an email. I try contacting, and then I get a phone call. I get a message on my phone call, my messaging system here, and the guy called me up and saying, I called you and I sent you an email. He goes, I sent you an email. And I didn't say he called me because it's on the phone. He goes, I sent you an email in regards to the puzzle that it's missing a piece. A piece. And he goes that the box is crushed. And lo and behold, what does the guy do? Before he even get a chance to read the email, because I stepped out for a while, I was out a good part of the day, and I don't read on my cell phone because I have my cell phone attached to my personal desktop. My emails. I read all my emails off my desktop. I'm going to notify eBay and let them know. He gives me a negative. So I said, "Oh yeah, really now? Okay." He's saying he's missing a puzzle piece, which I know is a lie, and he's saying that the box has a crease or crushed on it. It was crushed, the corner. I called up eBay right there and then. I said, "That's it." I read when I came back home. I read the email. I said, "This is crazy." And then I looked at my my eBay listing, so you could always see whenever you get a negative, you drop a number. Because I'm looking, I have 1219, right? And I'm looking, it's like, uh-oh, I got 1218. What happened here? I clicking on it. The guy left me a negative. So anyway, he leaves a negative. I call up eBay. I explained. I said, "Listen, I've been with you guys for 20 years. I got a pretty good impeccable record with you guys. I don't have any problems with late fees and all that stuff, late shipments and stuff like that. I ship 1 day service, like I said, and I give the utmost best service I could give my buyers. I bend over backwards for them." And I called up eBay, like I said, I explained this to the teammate. I said, "I would like to have this." She goes, "Well, what would you like me to do? Would you, first she asked me, did you contact the buyer?" I said, "No, I did not. I didn't contact the buyer. I'm not going to contact the buyer. He already gave me a negative feedback. What am I going to contact him for? See if I can work it out? We're going to get into the debacle with one another." So I said, "No, I didn't call him back. Message him back." So she goes, "What would you like me to do?" I said, "What I would like to be done is I'd like to have that negative removed as soon as possible." I said, that he made a false statement there. She goes, "Okay, well, let me look into this thing here. Let me look into your situation." She looks into it. I said, "He claimed it was missing a piece." I said, "The box has been sealed. The plastic wrap is on it from the factory." I also stated that in the picture, he stated that the box was crushed. She goes, "Well, you have creased." I said, "Crease, crush, it's the same thing." All right, to me it is anyway. So she looks at the picture, and in the picture you could see the corner of the box with a little crease in it, crunched. What do you want to call it? Crushed, whatever. She goes, "Oh no." She goes, "You're right." She goes, "No, don't worry, we'll take care of it for you." She goes, "You're okay with that? Don't worry, we're going to take care of that. I'm going to have that removed." She goes, "This is not right what he did." I had the picture right there. He's telling me, he sends me an email yesterday. Today is the 7th, is the 6th. He sent me an email saying that I know the box was in pristine condition. Well, if you're looking at the front of it, it looks pristine. It's the bottom lower, it was the lower left corner is that had a little crush on it, crease if you want to call it, whatever. So yeah, so I told him, I said, "Well, if you looked in the picture," I said, "you would have seen it there. It's right there in the picture." Buyers, and I think I did this once before, and I sound like a broken record, and I apologize. Buyers do not now. I'm convinced they don't even look at the pictures now. I mean, what's the sense of putting pictures that they don't even follow it? I mean, it's plain as day. You could see the corner of the box is crushed, right? They don't see the pictures. So what do? You just click on one picture. You look at the first one. Oh, it looks good. He probably looked at the first picture, figured, oh, it's new, because I did put in. I said new puzzle. He probably figured it's new. Well, look at the pictures. That's why I put the pictures there. That's why I put it there. I even put it in the description. Please note the left corner, I think it is the back left corner of this puzzle or whatever it is crushed. It's got a crease in it, whatever. I put it in there. I put the information in there. The eBay teammate read it, and she took it off. She said it was going to come off within 24 hours, but when I got off the phone with her, it was ready to remove it. I tell you the truth, folks. People, I don't know why is everybody so eager to jump into leaving negative feedbacks on eBay. I think it's really stupid, to be honest with you. I have in my description, please, before leaving any negative feedbacks, contact me first. This person, bam, didn't even waste the time, put the negative feedback. They didn't even give me a chance to respond. That's how it was. Look, what am I supposed to do? If I'm out during the day, I have my cell phone on, but I don't have that my email service signed up with this here on my phone. It's not dedicated to it. So what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to be glued in front of the computer? I am practically all day long anyway. But what am I supposed to do? So anyway, long story short, they took care of it. eBay took care of it. And the reason why I'm saying this here is, I have to say kudos to eBay. And let me tell you something else, folks. I know that a lot of people out there, and I said it myself, I'd be contradicting myself. I have a love-hate relationship with eBay. I mean, I'd be the first to admit it. But for the most part, if you use diplomacy and you have the proof to back up what you're stating to them in regards to having a negative feedback, or you're trying to appeal a case that, let's say, you felt duly justified in a situation where you took a beating on something, as long as you got the proof there and you, like I said, use diplomacy, don't sit there yelling at the people and cursing at them and stuff like that, they will work with you. I have to honestly say it. And I've said it in my other videos. eBay has been good to me and multiple times, along with PayPal. I have nothing really bad to say about that as far as that part goes. When you're right, they'll stand by you. If you do something wrong, they're going to do what they're going to do, and that's how I feel. When it comes to eBay, like I said once before, if they do the right by me, I have no problem with them. If they do something that I don't like, I will make a video on it and I will expand on that topic. But for the most part, PayPal and eBay have been very good to me. I have no complaints whatsoever as far as that part goes, handling issues like that. Now, I know people may say, you just did a video the other day about, changing, be careful when updating a listing on eBay. Look, that's not to bash or badmouth eBay, okay? That's to inform you particular eBay buyers, okay? That was dealing with the social media issue. After I did that video, I went back again to just clarify, because I wanted to make sure that there was not a glitch in my system and that it was going to be rectified. So after I did that video, I went back again, did it 2 times to check it. I checked it out twice. I refreshed the system, then I checked it again, and the same thing happened. Okay, I don't make videos to barrage or berate eBay. That's not my intentions. Like I said again, if they do something I don't like, I will speak up. I will speak up and on my behalf as far as like why what I think is wrong. The threshold, I don't know if I put that in that video as well, but I will state this in regarding to the threshold as far as like having a top rated seller status. I may lose it. From what I understand, when I did that video, when you want to become a top rated seller, they got some rules and guidelines to follow by. They want you having an active account for 90 days, and then in order to be a top-rated seller, they want you to at least do $1,000 within a calendar year, 12-month period. Now, when I talked to the teammate about that getting that negative removed, I brought that up as well. The teammate told me, I said, let me ask you a question. I said, first off, I appreciate what you're doing for me. I said, I really do appreciate you removing that negative feedback. I said that was a big help, because I said, me personally, I don't deserve it. Okay, I'm an honest seller. I do everything by the book what eBay want, what's asked of me from them. And I told her after that topic, I said, why is it that on your website you have, in order to maintain or to become a top-rated seller, all right, you got to have an account active for 90 days, and you have to do at least $1,000 in sales within the 12-month period. How come then they moved my threshold up to $3,000? I'm under. And not much, because she was figuring out with the calculator. She goes, well, you're not really much under there. She goes, you'll only need like another $178, because I'm over here sitting there saying to myself, to, in order to maintain that, to get that $3,000 for this month. And she's like, you're only $178 and and some change. She goes, she goes, I have faith. I think you'll be able to get it done. She goes, but if not, she goes, you will, you probably most likely, lose your top rated seller status. Like I said again, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I do like the idea of having a top rated seller status. I think to me, I like the idea of having it. You get that little 10% discount, which is good. It's better than nothing when it comes to that. But anyway, she had stated to me the reason why eBay anteed it up like that, from what she was telling me, is because they felt that you did good. You could want to challenge you to a little higher, threshold, so to speak. So in other words, like, okay, you did $1,000 last year, and now this year we're hoping you could do $3,000. I said to myself, I hope they ain't going to make it go up any higher, because I told her, I said, you got to understand something. If sales are slow, how are people supposed to meet these thresholds? And I told her, I said, there's times I don't make sales for weeks, not days, weeks. So she goes, I understand. I understand where you're coming from. I said, I don't think it's fair. I said, I don't think it's fair that eBay puts a time constraint on me. Like, if I don't have this thing done with this, like by May, I think May 18th is when they're going to reevaluate my account. If I told her, I said, you put time constraints on things. What am I supposed to do to make sales? I go, I'm doing everything that eBay's that I'm required by from eBay. They tell you, and then they even make suggestions to lower your prices, maybe offer free shipping. I've been doing a lot of that there. And folks, for what it's worth, if people ain't buying, they're not buying. What am I going to do, right? So, I explained it to her, and she says, well, she goes, hang in there. And sure, she goes, you'll probably make it. You're not talking a lot of money. Well, it's not a lot of money, but if you're not getting people to buy, then it becomes an issue. And now a lot of people may say, well, wait a minute, you're going to tell me you can't make $178 between now? I don't know. I sell, and the thing is, if you're selling cheap items, $2.99, $3.99, $4.99, I mean, that could take forever probably to get to that amount, So we're going to see where we're going to go with that. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys. That's what happened yesterday. I had to answer that guy's email. I wrote back to him and stuff like that, and he didn't ask for a refund, at least not that I recall in his email. The only thing he wanted to state was, I think he was waiting for me to say, well, would you like me to refund you? Now here's the thing, in closing with that issue, how do I know if that guy ordered that puzzle and he picked that puzzle up, right? And he may have opened it. It's a 1,000-piece puzzle. Maybe a little piece fell on a floor or whatever. Maybe you have a dog or a cat that was playing. I don't know. I find it very hard to believe that there are puzzle pieces missing. Okay, especially if it's a sealed box. Now, I'm not saying the manufacturer, could it be a manufacturer defect? Maybe when it went through a conveyor or whatever, maybe a piece popped out from the machine. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. But all I know is that package was sealed. It was in plastic. It was sealed, and like I said again, it had the crease on the corner. So I told I messaged him. I said, well, if you looked at the pictures and you read the description, you would have seen that it was in there. He's trying to make it sound like it got crushed on the way there. It was already crushed. The corner was already crushed on it, but nothing came out. It was just crinkled, like, what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But anyway, I got a couple windows I just want to share with you guys really quick, and I want to end this video because, like I said, it's it's going over here. It's going on 5 o'clock over here in New York, and it's getting close to dinner time, so I would like to cut this video out for a little, shortly. So let me get right to it. And we're going to end this video. So let me jump into the next screen here. Okay, folks. I only can see here, I only got 3 screens open up, so I'm not going to expand too much on them. I want to really try to cut this short. I will give you the URL, and the rest is up to you if you'd like to read up on it. If not, that's totally up to you, folks, but I'm putting it out there. It's the URL is www.daily.oneword.com, and the story was posted on May 5th, 2019. The title is PewDiePie's horrifying Sonic the Hedgehog doodle racks up millions on eBay. Must be nice to be a celebrity status like that, like when you had that many subscribers and stuff like that, you pop stuff like this here because you probably got a great following. It must be nice. But if you look up here to the far right, it says this auction is no longer available. So, if anybody out there, any PewDiePie fans out there are interested in this here, I don't think you're going to get it, you know what I'm saying? So just keep it at that. It goes on to say over here, okay, I didn't miss the title. Okay. It goes on to say as an eBay an eBay auction for a terrible drawing of Sonic the Hedgehog by Swedish YouTube star PewDiePie's hit 10 million before it was pulled from the service. Felix Kleiberg, who goes by PewDiePie on YouTube, where he has more than 95 million followers, announced Friday he was going to try to draw Sonic the Hedgehog from memory. And you can see here he's over there laughing up a story. He's a good guy, Felix. I mean, I check his channel out every now and then. I don't have too much time to always, but I do every now and then check his channel out. It says over here, the drawing was a series of cartoon characters he drew based off requests he got on his Twitter. He drew Pikachu and Super Mario among the others, but unsurprisingly, he eventually received a request to draw Sonic. And then it goes on to say, surely I can't make it any worse than it was in that trailer, he says in the video. So let's just freaking do this here. You can read the rest of this story here. This is apparently how it looks, how Sonic looks. Unfortunately, if people were looking to buy it, I don't know if they were going to buy it or bid on it there. Look at it over here. I'm just skipping around. It goes over here really quick. It says, fans clearly missed the joke or chose to ignore it and began bidding on the product on eBay. One person started a GoFundMe campaign to raise money for it. Though his description reads almost satirical, it wouldn't be a complete surprise if there was a fan out there sincere enough to go go for such extreme lengths. The campaign was listed under accidents and emergencies. Oh, jeez. And then it says over here, with the first 10 minutes on eBay, the bidding hit 10,000 and soon climbed to 1 million before hitting 10 million, according to Dexterito, whatever. The listing was not available on eBay on Sunday afternoon, but it was not clear if PewDiePie himself moved it or if eBay pulled it. However, numerous fake listings of the artwork have since been posted. Yeah, geez. eBay did not immediately respond to the Daily Dot's request comment. So, anyway, that's what we got going on over here. Okay, this next story is from the Daily Mail, and I'm going to give you the URL. It's www.dailymail.co.uk. And this story was updated on May 6, 2019. It says, folks, this is what it says, folks. Start cleaning out your closets now. The Lego sets can make you a small fortune on eBay, with some sold for as much as $10,000 each. New figures from eBay reveal how much people are paying for collectible Lego. Rarer sets, which are fetching huge sums, include Star Wars Millennium Falcon. According to the Trend Watcher, that sets need to complete to get top. Yeah, the sets need to be complete to get top prices. It reminds me of my puzzle. Anyway, no, my puzzle was all complete as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, it says if you got an old Lego stashed in the back of the closet, now's the time for you to dust it off. It could be worth a small fortune. According to Lego's popularity has skyrocketed, something it claims is due to the part of the popularity of the new Australian television series Lego Masters. Although there is an unprecedented demand for new sets on the online marketplace, rarer collections are earning a tidy profit, with some fetching up to $10,000. This is the one over here they're referring to right here. The Star Wars Millennium Falcon First Edition Lego set pictured reportedly sold on eBay for a staggering $9,500. All right, folks. If you've got these laying around, check it out. Here's the thing, though. Like I always say, when it comes to these type of things that pop up, like these situations where people always talk about these rare items. It's just like the Beauty and the Beast VHS. People saying, "Oh, the Beauty and the Beast, the tape there, the VHS sold for $30,000." What does everybody do, including myself? Go run to the thrift stores or whatever, and you go out. I talked about that store once before. When I heard that, I went out to the thrift store. I picked up 2 of them, I believe. Beauty and the Beast, good condition, not brand spanking new. I put them up on eBay, hoping I was going to make a killing off it. Needless to say, I ended up selling both of them for like, I think, one was for $7.99. I think the other one was for like even less. There was a glut of them out there, But if people have a good completed set, like it says in this article here, I don't know if you're going to get 9,500 or 10 grand for it, but you never know, And if you do have it out there, you guys, I wish you all the best. Good luck on your eBay selling. Okay, the next story is from Markets Insider. This story was published May 5th, 2019. And the URL, if you want to check it out, is https://market.businessinsider.com. And title is Funko is talking to eBay about creating an online marketplace for Fortnite and other collectibles. So it goes on over here to say, Funko is talking to eBay about creating a virtual marketplace for its pop culture collectibles. The toy maker and e-commerce giant are having conversations about making a secondary market where collectors can trade their Funko bobbleheads and figurines. Funko net sales jumped 22% in the first 3 months of 2019, driven by strong demand for franchises such as Fortnite. Its momentum continued in April with the release of Avengers, Endgame, collectibles, and a Post Malone figure in a Foot Locker. Now, if you want to read the rest of this story, folks, you could check it out. That's why I gave you the URL. For those who are new, I do not read everything verbatim. I will expand on each topic and call it a day and let you guys pick up where I left off. But anyway, I'm going to close this video out. So let me bump out of the screen. Well, that concludes this video, folks. I hope you got a takeaway from it. I hope you don't mind me sharing my story with you, but I thought I'd let you know what's going on with the eBay sales and stuff. So I figured I'd share that with you. So if you do like my videos, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated as to when I post new videos out, please hit that bell notification icon. This is Rich Pasini signing off. Until next time, bye-bye now.